I'm writing to ask that you remove yourself as a co-sponsor and then strongly oppose both House Resolution 3, legislation introduced by Representative Chris Smith, Republican of New Jersey, and H.R. 358, legislation introduced by Representative Joseph Pitts, Republican from Pennsylvania. As you know, the Smith bill would impose new and unprecedented tax penalties on individuals and businesses that provide health plans that include abortion coverage. The Pitts bill bars insurance plans in the new exchange system from providing abortion coverage to anyone who receives federal subsidies and strengthens the Weldon Amendment, an appropriations rider which allows virtually any healthcare entity to refuse to provide, cover, pay for, or even refer patients for abortions. These bills effectively prevent millions of women from obtaining an abortion, a legal medical procedure that only women need and that 1 in 3 will have in their lifetime. The measures are extreme and directly conflict with the new Congress's promise to rein in government. The Smith bill turns Hyde on its ear by restricting the use of funds in tax benefit accounts, limiting how women spend their own money on their own medical care, or in certain cases that of their daughters. This is clearly government intrusion. The Pitts bill increases the costs of health care because it mandates redundancy in any plans which provide any abortion services by requiring providers also to offer exactly the same plan, but without the abortion option. The notion of redefining rape such that it excludes pregnancies resulting from statutory rape for the purposes of this bill is unjustifiable to me. You might as well take an equally absurd term like deadly murder and use it to limit the use of funds to pay for therapy for a child who witnessed said deadly murder, merely because the terminology had changed. The notion of disallowing funds such as those deposited into health savings accounts to be used to partially or fully pay for an abortion procedure is unjustifiable. The purpose of HSAs is to allow citizens the ability to gain a small tax benefit while saving money for either regular or unusual medical expenses. These funds should never be thought of in the same way as collected federal tax dollars merely because they may qualify for a tax benefit for the citizen. You may as well add an amendment which also limits the use of funds in individual retirement accounts, since those too have tax benefits, i.e. tax-deferred growth, but IRAs may be used for certain medical expenses without incurring any penalty. And it's not too late to remove yourself as a co-sponsor on the Smith bill, and I strongly urge you to vote no on both the Smith and Pitts bills.